Welcome to the PIXI Game Podcast, your place for in-depth breakdowns of characters, video games themselves, and how they make me, my guests, and all of us feel. And today I'm joined for the weekly PIXI Partner Up podcast by Luke Roberts.
Good evening, guys. How we doing?
Welcome, mate. And this week we are breaking down Borderlands 2.
Yeah.
But before that, I'll start as I always do. And that's with what's in play on this day, mate. And what have you been playing? What have you been up to?
I've been playing a lot of Apex, mate. A lot of Apex. Since I had a lot of this week off, I've been getting a lot of wins, getting a lot more used to the game. Obviously, the new updates just come out. Battle Pass 1, I think they're calling it. Haven't played much of that at the moment, but when I've got a bit more time in the next couple of days, I'm going to be flying straight through that.
Who is your favourite legend? Sorry,
my Lifeline. I've gone with Lifeline.
Mm-hmm.
I really like Lifeline at the moment, just from a passive ability, from all the shield cells and stuff. Amazing. I'm enjoying it a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been massive on Lifeline to begin with. Played loads and loads of Lifeline, but I'm just starting to branch out now, and I want to try and. I've got like nearly 200 kills of Lifeline now. So
nice.
So I'm thinking that I want to sort of branch out to someone else for a bit.
Give it a go.
I haven't unlocked Matey. I've got the Battle Pass, and I haven't unlocked Octane yet, who's the new Apex legend.
Saving for him. He's going to be insane.
Yeah, so I don't know who to go with, really. Like, what's the one who goes invisible for a bit? What's she called? The one with the black hair?
Wraith.
Apparently
she's
that's
like one
who
of the
I'm
pro
thinking.
ones. But
yeah,
that's the one
anyone I've joined a game where it's been absolutely crazy, and like they've got over 1,000 kills or 700 kills or whatever, they've all been using her.
All been Wraith, yeah.
So I'm thinking about using her. Any guns specifically you like?
Guns specifically, the 301 carbine. I'm loving that at the moment, and the wingman. I'm really trying to get used to using the wingman.
Yeah.
As those two as my combo. If I can get them, I'm usually on for a good game because the wingman has been nerfed, but it's still unbelievable. So I'm loving it at the moment.
What about the Hemlock? You like Hemlock?
Hemlock.
Peacekeeper, any shotgun?
Peacekeeper would be second choice to the wingman. If I find a Peacekeeper and an automatic, I'm pretty happy. I can't be like wingman and Peacekeeper. I'm not that good yet with the single shots. Definitely need automatic just to spray and pray. That's definitely my line of fire at the moment.
yeah. What's that called again? EVA 8.
The EV8 is the speed. Yeah.
I really like. There's just something about the game that, for me, is just unbelievably addictive. Like, every single time I jump out of the game, I just want to jump back in all the time.
Yeah.
And what, strangely enough, the difference between that and Fortnite and Call of Duty.
Blackout.
Blackout. The difference between it and Blackout is when I die, I don't mind so much in Apex.
Yeah.
So like I'm not really upset I didn't get in the top 3 or whatever, because usually I like give myself that leeway because I'm like, right, I'm already people I don't know usually.
Yeah,
so
that's true. Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm probably not gonna win it because I don't know these guys or whatever. So I guess like there has been times where I've been in parties with people who have probably expected a lot more, but just like. It's weird, like up on the screen now I usually put like a still up on the screen as we're doing the podcast, and I've got Anthem up on the screen at the moment, but like I haven't been able to get to Anthem, I haven't been able to get to any of these new games I want to play.
There's a lot out, yeah.
But I just can't because Apex, mate. Like I just can't do anything about it. Like
Apex?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm just like, and then like every single time I'm playing something else, I just like a voice in my head going Apex.
Yeah. And I think it's one of those games that you like you say with the pinging, you don't even have to have your mic in, and you still have a good game. You know what I mean?
Unbelievable.
It's just easy.
I tell you what, I missed earlier on playing Borderlands, pinging.
Yeah, bit old
like those times where you were like, there's a gun here, and I was like in my head, I was like, ping it then.
Yeah, come on, I'll be what?
Yeah,
literally.
Any other games then?
FIFA. I actually played a lot of FIFA as well. Back onto the Ultimate Team scene, trying to get into the weekend leagues and stuff. Mm-hmm. Just. Standard FIFA Online. Haven't played anything else apart from those two.
Who's your team at the moment, mate?
I'm running a Premier League. I've actually got, for some strange reason, Heaton in goal. Company and Bailly at the back centre halves. Left back, I've got Mendy. Right back, I have Valencia. My holding midfielder is Fabinho. Actually, he is world class. He's good on that game. Very overrated. My right mid is I can't remember now. Bernardo Silva from Man City.
Yeah. Left
mid wing is Martial, and then two. Cam is Mkhitaryan. 2 strikers are Vardy.
Yeah.
And who's the other pacer I use? I can't remember. Rashford. Absolute pacer. I can't win unless I've got people over 90 pace.
Really?
I've actually played with.
I really noticed that, like when me and Goose were playing specifically because he had Mane and Salah, like literally. any time you put a through ball through, they just
get onto it. Yeah,
Vertonghen and
it's
Alderweireld
ridiculous,
have
mate.
no chance to catch him
It
up.
is ridiculous.
Proper crazy. Myself, I've been playing a bit of Anthem, mostly Apex. In fact, I had a real session on Fortnite.
Nice.
With Paul. That was really, really fun.
Oh, good one, yeah.
I just had like a real sort of long session with him where I just completed loads and loads of my challenges and stuff like that, which was really fun.
We sick, don't it?
Me and Amy played Tetris. We were playing Tetris the other day, and she managed to get to level 15. Yeah.
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 Complete it. No.
Literally, like it was crazy because you get to level 15, right, and you have to like complete the whole level again. So she was on level 14, and she was like this close to getting to level 15. We're sat in these exact seats.
Yeah.
And it goes to level 15, and I go, yes, get in. I'm going,
Come
mental. And
on.
she's like, shut up.
I'm concentrating.
I'm like, whoa. And I didn't realise that it wasn't getting to level 15. You had to get to level 15, then go all the way around once more.
What,
So
back 1 to 50?
Yes.
Oh,
no, not 115.
You get
Like,
100 lines on level 15 in order to
Complete
get to level 15
it.
and
Yeah.
then
Oh, I
get 100
got it.
lines on.
Bloody hell.
And he shouted at me when I got like
Yeah,
one
so
line,
she
and
still
I was
had, like, a
like,
whole level to go.
99 to go. Yeah.
Wow.
like there's like a circular bar. And
Yeah,
you've got
yeah.
to go like all the way around it.
Fill that
and
up.
then like you would technically be level 16. So really it's to level 60.
Jesus.
Really. But yeah, so we were playing
Competitive
Tetris the other
Tetris.
day. That was really fun. Been watching Amy play a lot of Sims.
Yeah, I was talking to her earlier about it. Yeah, it seems quite. It's advanced so much though from what it was.
Yes.
When you
see-
literally one household, now you
Yeah.
can go to a whole bloody city. It's crazy.
Yeah. And then what else have I been playing? Not much really. Just a lot of Apex. Bought the battle pass on Apex obviously because
That's what's gonna make it.
yes.
I think.
I mean, there's been a little bit of negativity online about it, but for me, it's working well already.
Exactly.
Like,
If you enjoy
it's just
it,
an
it's
incentive.
worth
It's just
buying.
those little incentives. And obviously, I had never bought a battle pass on Fortnite. That's something I've always tried to. I've said to myself, I'm never going to buy the battle pass.
Try
on
to
Fortnite.
avoid. Yeah, that's fair
So
enough.
like I'm going to try and get everything organically. You can get stuff for free on the Apex Battle Pass, so you can just
yeah.
like, work your way up. But it takes ages. But because Apex is something that's
We're
like close to me, obviously you can see I've just got me
playing
Apex.
a lot. Yeah, that looks
the
sick.
Apex thing
That
up on
looks
my
sick.
wall. But yeah,
like it.
so I'm proper loving Apex, and I seem to have I peaked really early with Apex, played really well,
Yep.
and then I went down a little bit with it, and like I'm not sure whether it was just I had bad people or whether I was just getting used to the game again because there was like an influx of loads of really good people.
Everyone picked up.
And now
again,
I'm
yeah.
like starting to drag my way back up now. So like usually, like even when I was playing Paul the other night, and he's like really ridiculously good at shooters, like always has. been.
Yeah.
Like I was getting quite a few kills, and he was struggling a little bit, but he's very new to it. But like even like him new,
You could tell
and
he
me
played
40
shooters,
years into
yeah.
it, it's usually the same. But like you know, he'd like I was quite surprised because I was doing really well on it still and stuff like that. But yes, perhaps we'll
mad.
get some cross-platform on the go.
Mate,
as well.
love to. Yeah, it'd be
Definitely.
sick. I'm enjoying it.
But big news, Wi-Fi in this house. I've just got a new Wi-Fi. Not only have I got a Switch with that Wi-Fi buzzing, so me and Luke are going to be hitting up some Super Mario Party.
Everything.
Yeah, everything Nintendo. Mario, and Mario.
Basically.
Yeah, so we've got really good Wi-Fi now. So well, really good compared to what we had. So I'm looking forward to I can download the new Apex update and play it with you tonight and stuff like that. It's
Actually
just
doing a night, mad, isn't it,
crazy.
mate?
crazy. I can actually download something.
That's
I have
gonna
to
be
go
good.
into town to my brother's house to update something.
Update some. Hi, can I do my Tetris download, please?
Yeah. Hello. I've got 40 megs.
Yeah.
It's going to take 4 hours at my house.
Oh dear.
Right. Anything else?
No, literally the two.
That's it.
all
So
I
that's
played
what's in
on
play on this day. I'll update a little bit more on my solo podcast, whether that's the one before this one or after. I'm not sure, because I do tend to try and record a week in lieu in case I die next week. So
Wow.
we will get one more before I go.
Thinking of the fans. See you guys out there. Jesus.
Yeah, one more out of me. But yes, that's what's in play on this day, and we'll move on to PIXI Partner Up. Welcome back to PIXI Game Podcast, and now we will enter a segment that I'm so buzzing for every single week, and just seems to keep getting better and better every single time, which is the PIXI Partner Up. And this week it was Borderlands 2, of which we've just finished a really hefty session on it. It must have been 4 or 5 hours.
It's good 4, I think. Yeah, definitely.
And we played from the start of the game right up until like the first kind of city that you go to, and I forget the name of it.
Sanctuary. I think.
Sanctuary, that's the
Sanctuary,
one. So we've just got Sanctuary. I had a little go round. I had a little go on the fruities. and then
Gambling. Oh,
yeah. So
good
I mean, overall, just straight off the bat, excellent.
Yeah,
Like-
I've loved it. Being an RPG, I think, we both said it'd be up our street, and I didn't think it'd be this much, but
Yeah.
we were trying to even think of negatives, and we struggled, I think.
Yeah, like after we
literally.
tend to we take notes the whole time whilst we're doing it, and obviously we have written a load of positives down, and we were just trying to think of a couple of negatives when we finished, and it wasn't many. In terms of our list, we do have you have like an ability to trade between the two of you,
Yes.
which is something that like if Luke picked up a load of guns or something, he'd be able to give me one or whatever, or vice versa. I can't remember what it was we did trade. But I think we only actually utilised it once.
Yeah, it was at the beginning. I think it was literally just one of the pistols we picked up.
Yeah,
and I
that
think
was it.
I had 2 or 3. You had 1. And it was just to switch between the 2 weapons.
Yeah.
Just to give a bit of option, obviously.
And then we've also got separate. So there were separate sounds on the screen. So if I
Yes.
like went miles away, you would hear Luke fighting or whatever it was, and then as I came back, it would be like louder because obviously we were both there, rather than just one of us and stuff like that.
It was really
like,
well
or if
done,
I
actually, to
turned
be
that
fair.
way, if I turned away from the fighting, it would be not as loud as if I was turned towards them, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
But apart from that, we've got some of the distraction stuff was really good. So like the enemies would look at Luke or look at me as they went.
Yes,
really, wasn't
yeah.
it? So we would like, especially the guys with shields. There's like big shield enemies,
Big
which
shielded
which
guys.
actually is becoming a bit of a thing on these games. 'Cause
Yeah, I think every game we've played, the 3 that we have played, have all had those shielded enemies where you've had to get around them
Yeah.
or to the side of them just to get a clean shot. And obviously, this was exactly the same. But again, it's one of those aspects I've liked.
and
just to
much
show
the
that
same with I keep calling
Army
it
of
Two
Two.
Brothers, Army of Two.
Yeah, yeah.
Army of Two, you had to, one of you would distract him, you'd just be like shooting a shield, and then I'd get a clean shot, or
Literally
vice
straight
versa,
in. Yeah.
and stuff like that. So that was really good. Like any kind of distraction stuff's really good. Like there was plenty of times where I was low on health, and Luke would be just taking on the enemies, and I'd run away for a bit.
You could get out,
and then be able to shoot them
Shields
from far.
again
And then they'd
recharged.
run back my way then, and then vice versa. Really,
Yeah,
which is
yeah,
really
yeah.
good. Any of these kind of co-op games we do or anything like that, it's always good to have something like that installed in the game that like creates like a diversion or
Takes
any
the heat
kind.
off of the other
That's
one, doesn't
it,
it?
yeah.
Definitely
So
when you need to
anything
get back.
where and it also requires us communicating as well. So
Yeah,
like
100%.
that's one of the massive things in these co-op games is that we want to get a game that requires us to communicate or requires us to use teamwork verbally between the two of
Definitely.
us, especially as we're both sat on the same sofa doing it. That's the whole point of
Yeah.
of the thing, really. And yeah. So any other ones there, Luke? You got a couple of your writing down there.
I have got the shield base leveled weapons. This was something that I enjoyed due to it being a console RPG. I've played RPGs on the PC, and obviously I think it's a bit more versatile with how many keys you have, etc. But for the leveled weapons, you have to be certain level to use the actual weapons. I thought it was a great way to implement people, like not grinding as such, but getting to that level to actually go, yes, I can use that now.
Yeah.
And keeping weapons they like the look of to actually work towards. It give them a target basically
Yeah,
to
like
hit,
a
and I
little
thought it was
incentive.
great. Yeah, little incentive. It wasn't much. I mean, I picked up to level 8, I think it was, when I was level 7, got to level 8, and I was just like, yes, switch them straight both in, you know, like just made that game a bit more interesting, a bit more direction towards success, and I loved it.
As opposed to Two Brothers, what?
Army of Two.
Army of Two, Christ.
There's
As
two of
opposed to
us.
Army of as opposed to Army of Two, there was loot in this, so the loot was
Yes,
massive. So like, I'd say the only downside is there was a couple of times where we were actually fighting enemies, and there's these little like green boxes or little like anything you can open. Anything that's got like a little green light on it, you can actually use as like something to get loot out of.
Yeah, it was
And,
showing up. Yeah.
Yeah, so we would get a I would be like opening these boxes, and you would be fighting, and I'd be like too tempted by the loot almost to like want to do it. So it was really difficult because we were like, or sometimes because Luke would be right in the thick of it, like on the floor,
On my own.
dying, and I'd be like, oh, but there's a buck in here that I'm going to get out, like, or whatever.
$2. Scrounging it, lads. It
But
literally was.
apart from that, the loot was absolutely wonderful in the game. Like it just,
Yes.
I think something like that is what was missing from the other games. Was
Yeah,
the
there was
loot
nothing.
kind of.
You killed, like, there was bosses in this, and like they dropped the good loot. And if you fought a large wave of enemies in the other games, you got nothing. It was just like cool, run and gun, and then move on.
Yeah.
This one, like you say, you had to look around where you were, look around your areas, look at your surroundings. Oh, there's something. Oh, there's a treasure chest one here. and you know you were getting the better weapons from those, so it made you actually take a bit of time and look around. And I thought I really enjoyed it. I was the one that was missing them all the time. You were the one going straight in, like ammo, anything, whatever it was. It was always useful.
I was always trying to sort of loot through as much as I possibly can, because that's something that's just ingrained in me. Like, I'm just addicted to just any kind of little openings or chests or anything like that. I'm just like, yes, I want to grab all that kind of stuff. But it was just interesting to have that kind of, especially with the enemies, like you say, the big enemies that would drop. It was like the both of us would share the rewards, then the XP.
It dropped one each,
and stuff like that.
That was true. Shared everything. Any cash you took, shared it between us. Any XP
really
we took,
good.
we leveled up at the same time. I think that was another thing, because if one of us shot off and maybe, I don't know, won a level above, maybe it's an unfair fight. I don't know, but that system, it's definitely that was a great input actually.
And we just done a mission that was quite cool multiplayer, because it was like you had to do different little tasks in it. So one of them was kill an enemy with a grenade, and one of them was like loot these little, like, I don't know, like mounds of like
they call it?
Rubble or something. And then then it was kill a certain amount of enemies and stuff like that. So like you were killing enemies whilst I was looting stuff, and then you killed an enemy with a grenade when it came up and stuff like that, which was cool, because we were like both working towards
the same, and it was the same for both of us. It wasn't like you do this, you do this. It was the same goal for both.
And the game is single player as well, but I can imagine that being tiresome.
Yeah, a bit of a grind. You know, like, I know RPGs are hard to not make grinding nowadays, but with the two of you, it just made it a bit more fun. I think there's a bit more, I don't know, forward line going to it, where we were both like actually working towards the same goal, not just me running around like a numpty.
Yeah. So the reviving on it was, you could revive. So although actually we didn't use it very often.
No,
it wasn't something that we used very often.
Because of what it allowed with the second wind.
Yeah, so the second wind. So as you went down, you'd shoot something, or shoot. You could had an opportunity like Last Stand.
Yeah, literally
where you
Last
would
Stand.
shoot something when you were down, and it would bring you back up.
Yep.
And obviously there was times actually where this. So strangely enough, when that first happened, I thought to myself, this is probably going to be anti-co-op. Like, if this was me by myself, I don't need loot to bring me up or anything like that. But actually, the fact that there was quite a lot of times where you'd be down, and I'd shoot a guy till he was nearly dead,
and then let me have the kill. Yeah, exactly. That was the play where you would literally be going, right, you shoot him, or go on the left, he's basically dead. One shot into him, and the same with you. You'd shoot one guy, whatever, and you'd be straight back up, and it's called second wind. And it was great, like, because you got, I think, most of your health back, most of your ammo back. You didn't lose anything.
That was decent.
Yeah,
that was really good.
I enjoyed
and it was
that
like it was like a different thing to, obviously we were like utterly reliant on each other before, especially in Army of Two.
Definitely.
Where we really need each other for the revive. But there was still a couple of times.
Yeah, but still, the revives could come in, and you could literally get behind cover, get them up quicker than it would be obviously to kill an enemy. So it was definitely a benefit having both there, because if you were in the middle of it and you basically nearly killed an enemy, you got down, straight back up again, bang, 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 let's have you. Well, I'm still behind sniping like a little scaredy cat. But that's exactly how it went.
Yeah, although you got a shotgun first, which was cool.
Yes, true. Got the shotgun.
Of that, but the weapons were like odd and all over the place.
God,
but
there's so many.
They were cool. They're like every weapon you got was like a new adventure. So like I had a weapon where you'd shoot it all the way to the end of the clip, and then at the end of the clip you would throw it and it'd be a grenade. And that would be how you reloaded.
Oh wow!
So you'd be like bang bang bang,
grenade.
And then that'll be it. It was cool. In terms of negatives, one of the negatives was there was like sort of spawn points. So if you fell all the way and died, and your friend didn't get you up, or you didn't get yourself up on the Last Stand thing, you would go really quite far away
like a
sometimes.
Checkpoint, wasn't it? Like
so there's like these little like checkpoint robot spawn things, where quite often you'd be really quite far away from the action, which was annoying sometimes.
Bit of a trek back in, and if one of you were in the middle of it, you like, I'll be back in about 10 minutes. Like, you're trying to jog over through this bloody mountain, like running over, and then you died, and it was basically a reoccurring stuff. You had to wait.
Go back and fight them a bit.
Yeah.
There was a couple of times where, once again, I suppose it sparked a bit of co-op between us, because you would say to me, I'll wait till we go in. You
literally had to, you had to wait and go together, else it was just going to go downhill from there.
Another thing we really liked was the cutscenes.
The cutscenes were amazing, especially the first one.
Yeah.
That, I think that was amazing. Like
the
what
opening of the game, there was like a song playing whilst you sort of went on this train journey. It was really cool.
Like Mad Max, didn't it? That started on that car, and
that was super cool.
And the animation that's used in it.
Yeah, like the art style is really, really beautiful, stuff like that. So like the game, I mean, the overall gameplay, I think we'll move on to our categories. So
Yeah.
gameplay, overall gameplay, I absolutely
I
loved.
loved it. I've never played an RPG with firearms, guns, whatever you want to call them, and for the first one that I've played that is an older game, I really enjoyed it. Again, I think we said we could easily sit and play this straight through.
Yeah.
Just because of the versatility of the weapons used and stuff, I loved it. I mean, if we're gonna grade it, I'd easily be giving it at least a 9.
Yes.
Just because it was
Smooth shooting
playability
as well.
Yeah, yeah.
The shooting was really smooth. I didn't feel like I was like, oh, this is really laboured or anything like that. Like you got sometimes, and
Yeah.
in certain shooters you get that, like, or there was no jankiness like with Army of Two or anything like that. Although actually the gameplay was just really smooth. I had something in my head then, but I totally forgot it. Yeah, I had something in my head, but yeah, I mean gameplay totally smooth. I definitely give it probably a 10 as well. Or 9 out of 10
Yeah, it was
for
solid.
gameplay.
It was solid.
The cars were cool. Like
Vehicles were good.
Yeah,
You could
vehicles were
customise
good.
them. I
Yes.
thought that was good because
Yeah.
same with your character, like you customise. It was only slight customisation, but again, it let you sort of have that little touch for what you wanted.
Mhm.
And the cars, yeah, you spawned them and made them what you wanted. It was,
Yes,
it was really
you could
weird.
choose what
Different.
type of turret you had on it and stuff.
Yeah,
like
that was-
which
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, fully customisable those.
And the map was massive. You had to get it was
Little
required to
areas,
move around
wasn't
by
it, sort of thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was definitely required to move around by vehicle.
Gotcha.
Split screen. How did you find the split screen?
Again, old school. I enjoyed it. I don't think. Yeah, it was like we've said before. Like the what was it? Army of Two was claustrophobic, where it was
Yeah.
very close to the side of each other. I didn't mind the split screen. I thought
Yeah.
it was very, very
It was standard
old school.
sort of landscape, and at the very start of the game, it started with just me, and then it zoomed out and went to you.
Yes.
And actually, the graphics, I mean, due to the fact that the graphics are quite sort of cartoony anyway, so I guess like maximizing or making them smaller would be not quite as like evident as if you like squeezed a
Yeah.
Call of Duty together.
Yeah,
But it was very noticeable.
it didn't
for me.
affect any
No.
play or anything. I don't think.
And I think we'll definitely notice when we do get a game that's hard to see because my TV is quite far away from where we sit.
Yeah,
So like, although it's reasonably big telly, but
It's big.
like you'd like.
I know
You'd
what you mean.
struggle,
You'd
you
struggle
know what I
because you're so much on the screen. You may be
Yes.
squinting, sort of thing.
And
to
there was,
see
and I never
anything.
struggled finding an enemy or looking or. anything
No,
like
no,
that.
the enemies were decent, you know,
Yeah,
and the
so
health bars as well.
split screen overall was absolutely fine. How was the co-op utilised? Now this is the only thing I probably have a little niggle at it about the fact that fighting the enemies, I definitely felt like we used each other for.
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
But in terms of like there was a clear difference with Army of Two as there has been with any of these games so
Yeah.
far, and that is that total co-op. So opening doors, getting up over things
Over
together,
things to
and all that kind of
complete.
everything.
It's-
You need the step up. Everything.
Yeah.
For the game.
It was utilised in the same way as I said. I believe Halo. We said last week. I think it was the run and gun and just having an extra man there.
Yeah.
You could have completed on your own, but it made this one more fun. I think it's strange, but just because it was an RPG, I believe, like you were actually looting for each other, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
The loot again brought in that aspect of enjoyment, fun. Like I want to be doing this.
And even for each other, like when you got a good gun, I was like, oh, cool, let's see. Like, let's
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
Cool.
And you could trade it and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But utilise it within combat and actual in-game. Yeah, I don't know. It was a
Although to
strange
be
one
honest,
for me.
like even the likes of the game is definitely tailored to be split screen though, I think, because even
Yes.
the vehicles have like two options.
Two
So
options.
like
sitting
usually
front
you
and back.
can either play split screen on this game or you can actually get people online to play with you as well.
Yeah. So that's maybe
it is actually built to be multiplayer, and it felt like that. You know, it didn't feel like it was like with Halo. Like the opposite of Halo was like it felt like it was supposed to be single player.
Yes.
This felt like you were supposed to run places together and loot those different
the
things.
thing
together
that
and stuff like that.
the thing that I think helped it was maybe the bosses. Like I think some of the bosses wouldn't have been on it, or would have been a lot longer. It would have been one of those ones like Christ, you have to do it 3, 4, 5 times
Yes.
over.
Yeah.
Whereas with together, you could different abilities and stuff helped massively.
And obviously it was utilising the fact that you can trade weapons and stuff like that. Obviously we there was times where we'd sort of do trades and stuff later on in the game. I think
Yeah.
if we'd have carried on, where obviously we can only put a certain amount of hours into each one of these games. So obviously as the game went on, I'm sure there would have been more. But either way, like the way we would have utilised that trades going down. the road kind of thing.
Like you're better with this, you're better with that. You take this,
that
you
kind
take
of stuff.
that.
You can
and
see how
definitely-
that's like
yeah,
a
of
massive
course.
sort of pro for it. Did I need him?
Correct.
That's the next question. So yes.
Yeah, for enjoyment factor, I would have gone yes, 100%. Like I said, RPGs on their own are boring. And like you say, it was also made for online. I think the intention was to get you in a group of 4 and actually going through it together.
Yeah, yeah.
Beating those bosses, making life easier for yourself. So yeah, I would say definitely. Even though there's only 2 of us.
Even like you say with the revives and the even when I let you have those people like got their lives down to them, so you could do your self revive and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like we were needed for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
And there was loads of times, especially with the big enemies. Little enemies, it didn't really make much difference.
Yeah, the bigger enemies were.
The bigger guys for sure. And they was like tailored to be like when you got a shield and you shot from here and you turn and then you manage to shoot this way and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's obviously like created for a reason.
Yeah,
as opposed to like for Halo, like I think the only thing we really fought was the Scarab tank, but that was like there wasn't anything that was like specifically co-op based or anything like that. So yeah, I did need you this time
100%,
for sure, 100%. Yeah, I guess that moves us on to the overall rating, really.
Yeah.
And any other sort of comments you want to dive in and make, really?
I loved it. Again,
I like the sounds of the game.
Everything was there, I think.
The like reloading and the feel of all the weapons just felt really smooth and really nice.
Yeah, no jumping, nothing like that.
Yeah, that's it.
I just really enjoyed it. It was one of those games that older games I've never picked up. This one, I'd happily go back and have another go. I don't know if there's a Borderlands 3 in the pipeline or if it's already happened. So, that's definitely one I'd be picking up for the RPG aspect as well as the multiplayer game,
It's cool because it's something that's you've never played before. So I've played Borderlands
never played
before,
it,
and I have played it split screen before, but obviously I've never looked at it in depth in terms of how it's cooperative in that way. But I think I'm gonna give it an 8.
Give it an 8, yeah.
I think it's right up there with the best we've played.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
I don't think we've never given higher than an 8 have we yet?
No,
I don't think so.
No, 100%.
So Borderlands right up there.
I'm giving 8.5 easily, around the same.
It
It was just, I don't know, I really enjoyed it. Even though we say like the co-op maybe, but the enjoyment with other people was
the
definitely
biggest
there.
testament to this game that I have to stress is that this is the first game where we sort of we've like set out like 4 to 6 hours to sort of give these games
give the
each
time,
so you can say like I've given it enough time, but like we're not going to complete these games, we're not going to but unless we find one that really does captivate us. But the difference with this one is like with Army of Two, I said to Luke, I was like, you want to stop? And he was like, yeah, we've seen enough now.
We had the gauge of it.
Halo, we've seen enough now. And even Lego Star Wars. But with this, I kept asking you, and you kept going, nah, we're all right.
Let's carry on, let's go to the next one.
And that's really real testament to how gripping and great this game is, for sure.
Yeah,
and that's
100%.
something that's can't be understated, kind of thing with it. And
that's
what we're after. We're after these games that hook us. And to be honest, speaking about it again is making me sort of want to dive back in a little bit and play it. But yes, that's it. Borderlands 2, PIXI partner up, and next week we are playing Tom Clancy's Valkyrie, which is a jet game or something. I don't know. We picked it up in the same
jets. I don't know. It's jets.
It's fly. Top Gun.
Flying, yeah. Oh my god! I'm definitely wearing my Maverick glasses.
Yeah, no doubt. Both of us, Maverick glasses. Next week, PIXI partner up. Tom Clancy's Valkyrie. I think it's called.
Valkyrie.
I might.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So. There we are. We'll be right back with the weird and wonderful world of Rise Randoms. Welcome back to the PIXI Game Podcast, and now we are entering the weird and wonderful world of Rise Randoms. And this week, Luke, I've got 3 for you. So,
let's go.
Number 1.
Yep.
There's a new gaming theme park, or there's a few gaming theme parks opening.
Yeah.
Which is the one that you would go to? Which is the one that really would grasp you? You have Mario World.
Yeah. Okay. Nintendo based.
Yeah, so it'll all be like Mario everywhere, little Mario Kart bumpers or something, all that kind of stuff. Fortnite Fiesta.
Like that. Yeah.
I think that would be a cool park. Call of Duty Camp.
Yeah. So Army Camp, boring.
Grim World. Halo Happy Land.
Oi oi.
Or, if I could read my own writing, would be great. Something Paradise. What's a game that begins with P?
Pac-Man.
Nope.
Nope.
Pokemon. Pokemon Paradise.
Ah.
Man, my writing's bad. Pokemon Paradise.
Pokemon Paradise or Mario World would be between the two for sure.
Yeah.
They're theme parks, right?
Yeah, theme parks,
So
yeah.
like all the games or rides are going to be tailored towards those. I'll go Pokemon Paradise.
Yeah?
Yeah. I've always
What
wanted.
about Mario Kart though.
Yeah,
I
real
love
life
Mario
Kart's
Kart,
cool.
but
And little toads running around.
Yeah, so like the big suits would be Mario walking up to that, you know.
oh,
The ones that Homer
yeah,
and
but
Bart
there's loads
kick.
of Pokemon, isn't there? They might try and bring out a catch a wild Pokemon. We've always
Yeah.
wanted to do that as kids, go and catch a real Pokemon.
Yeah, they
Now we
take like
can
a
with
cat
Pokemon
yellow or
Go.
something, you can take it home.
Other games are available. No.
But
no. Yeah, Pokemon Paradise. Yeah,
Pokemon Paradise.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's number
Back
one.
to the childhood.
Number two on the PIXI partner up on the Rise Randoms this week. Jesus, I'm all over the place here. Drunk.
Yes.
You're stuck in a room for
Oh.
7 hours.
Wow. Okay, I've done that before.
And for this 7 hours, you have to have music playing constantly.
Oh, that sounds
Okay,
familiar, doesn't
yeah.
it?
Took a bit of
Okay.
inspiration there.
Wow. Right.
What music do you choose? So you've got the original Mario theme.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, okay.
Yep. The Apex tune. Dun, 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 dun.
Literally, yeah. Straight into battle. Christ.
The Modern Warfare 2 menu music.
Going
You know,
back
it's
some
like
time
do,
now.
do, 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 do.
Yeah, you're quite upbeat, quite paced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All that used to be the theme tune to my bedroom, that did.
Dun.
Or the Halo theme.
Oh,
7 hours straight of this music you have to think about right now.
Oh, Halo, I love it.
Yeah?
Yeah, mate, I would. It was gonna be Mario until you said Halo theme tune. I love the Halo theme tune. It's very relaxing, actually. Very relaxing.
7 hours of meditation it would be for Luke. No worries.
Yeah, mate, that's it. That's the winner. Halo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Right.
100% go for Halo on that
So
one.
we move on to number 3.
Yeah.
Your well, I don't know what it would be. You're stuck in the same room again.
Oh god, I'm not having a good week.
No,
Yeah.
not at all. You've been captured again, and you're back in the same room.
Captured.
This
Christ.
time you're stuck for 60 days.
Okay.
60 whole days in this room.
I've been a bad
And
man.
you have to and you have to choose a game to play. So you have one game
Okay.
to play for 60 days straight. And you can't do anything else, you ain't got any other options. So it's just playing this game for 60 days straight. What do you choose?
Christ.
World of Warcraft,
Oh, that. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Minecraft,
Never played my life.
brutal. I'd play Minecraft 6 days straight.
Nope.
FIFA 19, a lot of options.
There is a lot.
You could complete a career,
For
make your
48
ultimate
careers.
team.
Yeah, that's true.
NBA 2K,
Yeah.
Call of Duty.
Yeah.
One of them, just choose anyone.
Any card.
Or Super Smash Bros.
Oh, Super Smash Bros. What was the first one? Because I think I was going to pick that for sure.
World of Warcraft.
I think, wow. I've played it before. I know what it's all about.
Yeah.
I've never had... You've always need time for those sort of games. 60
Yeah,
days, I
that's
think,
right.
is a good solid 2 months.
You're about
there
level
where I
10
could-
after 60
Yeah.
days.
Solid, mate. Level 2. Stay in the forest killing boars. But, yeah, World of Warcraft. Just because it's time consuming as a game.
Yeah.
I'm one of these, especially on console games that are very samey. I get bored really easily. Whereas I believe WoW is probably the most adverse
Surprising,
game,
really,
you
because
know
when
what
I
mean?
when I was thought of this one, I thought that you'd choose FIFA or 2K.
Yeah,
Because I thought to
okay.
myself, like, you as you say, you're not easily gripped by games, especially when they're like,
Offline.
yeah, that's it. So this is obviously, I've allowed you to have Wi-Fi in this room or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And, like, it's interesting because I thought you'd go down the FIFA road straight away because I thought you'd go to pump.
I know no
60
games are
days is a
same
long
or
time.
anything like that. Yeah, I can
It's
get
2
solid
months, isn't
ultimate
it,
team in
pretty
that.
much?
But I think World of Warcraft, just to go back to how it was when I was playing it before, I give myself that time, give myself that enjoyment again. But
And I've pretty
FIFA,
much been in
man.
this room for 60 days playing Apex, so I know what it's like.
So, we're on the
You know
same
what I
road here.
No doubt. Yeah, Amy's pumped 15 hours into Sims in 3 days.
Solid.
Easy.
No problem. And there'd be more if I didn't drag her to bed.
Come on.
But yes, there's your Rise Randoms this week, mate.
Yes, mate.
I'll
like
hit you
that.
something completely different next week.
As always. Like
And
that.
I'm not sure what I'm going to drum up, but it'll be good. And that moves me on, I guess, to the thought of the day and the end of the show.
Yeah.
We will be playing, Valkyrie next week. So
Yep.
dive in next Saturday if you can for the next
Very
PIXI Partner
different.
Up. Super keen for that.
Different both of us. So.
And obviously with me having a Switch now, me and Luke have spoken about playing a lot of the Switch games,
Yeah.
which are definitely co-op based.
Definitely
Like the
on
likes of Super Mario Bros. We've had that door open to us, which is a massive door in
Yeah,
itself. Because that's a game that's definitely made for.
It's
multiplayer.
made, isn't it? Yeah, it's
For
definitely
co-op.
made for co-op, 100%.
And I don't know whether to go down the road of like racing games or any kind of stuff like that. Cause
This is the thing. I don't know any racing games that would be co-op. The only ones that I can think of are maybe rally ones, but I don't think any of you would be the co-drive. You know what I mean? Like really.
and
make
like
it
Rocket
interesting.
League, I guess is co-op, I suppose, but not necessarily that co-op. Like is
Is
doing
just like FIFA, I suppose.
yeah, that's it. But would FIFA count? Like, could we do FIFA as one of these
We
games?
do co-op seasons. You
Co-op
can
seasons
do,
on FIFA.
There's stuff like
It's
that.
true.
There's,
It's true.
there is a lot. Oh, I say a lot, but there is.
But
that
we're talking
co-op
about games
aspect.
we can play at the same time in the same room.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
But then again, I guess FIFA in a way is we're both playing at the same time, so it is cooperative. As long as we're both sat on the same sofa, that's the whole
I
kind
know
of
what you
point of
mean,
it. Being on the
yeah.
same console, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, maybe we do an FA Cup run against a computer or something.
Good shout.
be worth
Good
it.
shout. I like that.
Yeah, that's it. So we may see some sports games soon on the PIXI Partner Up, but yeah, we'll see. That moves me on to the thought of the day and the end of the show. And the thought of the day this week is basically that often you can sense if somebody is like off or not right or not themselves. And if they are, just make sure that you're an open book for communication to
couldn't
any
agree
kind of
with that
stuff
more.
like that. Because even if you like, don't barrage them with ask questions or anything like that, but just make sure that they know that anytime you're there, any place, any hour, and
Yep.
you definitely could do some real good being somebody like that. You know what I mean? And I know that's for sure. You'd be someone like that for me and stuff like
Always.
that. And that's
Doors
and
always
that's-
open.
that's it. And that's a great thing. And it's you've got a great friend when it's something like that. But yes, that's the thought of the day and the end of the show. And we'll be back next Saturday for the next PIXI Partner Up. And yeah, thank you very much.